everybody, my name is Caleb and this is TILP. Welcome back. This video is going to be about cost of living here in Peru in 2024. It will be geared more towards slow travelers or maybe people that plan to move to Peru to live for an extended stay, but if you're just going to visit, you'll probably get some good information out of it as well. We have been staying here in Peru for about 4 months now in a few different cities, so we thought we would share our experiences regarding cost for rents, groceries, and general fun. We will go over a couple of categories, so if you want to know everything, be sure to stick around to the end. First, rent. This is going to vary pretty heavily depending on the city and the location in the city that you're going to stay. The two most expensive cities in Peru are going to be Cusco, where Machu Picchu is located, or the capital city, Lima. If you're going to stay in a very popular area of the capital city like Isidro or Miraflores, you're going to pay significantly more than the rest of the country. For example, a one-bedroom in Miraflores maybe will cost you $800 plus or minus, maybe even more depending on the amenities of that specific building. For a two-bedroom, you're probably looking at about $1,000 or up. Though this can be significantly cheaper if you're willing to go to lesser-known areas. For example, we are in a little municipality about an hour away from Lima called San Bartolo. We are currently renting a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom for about $600. There's a short on our channel that I'll put a link to if you want to see what the inside of that looks like. It's this place right here behind me. So the prices are going to vary very highly depending on where you are. A 2-bedroom on average will maybe cost you between $500 to $700 in a lesser known, more affordable area. We got a 2-bedroom in Ica, which is a desert city a little bit south of the capital, for what is a little under $600 a month, and we were able to rent a 3-bedroom in Lima in a neighborhood called Chorrillos, which is maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes from Miraflores for $600. So you can definitely find some really nice places to stay in Lima or in Cusco if you just go outside of the very well-known or major neighborhoods. And if you're going to a lesser-known city like Cajamarca or maybe Arequipa, you can really get some good deals, maybe a 2-bedroom for as cheap as $500 a month. This is also using Airbnb. If you are going to stay 1 month in a single location, Airbnb gives some pretty heavy discounts for people staying 1 month or longer. You can find and look for for rent signs around on buildings, and sometimes you can get better deals than on Airbnb, but you should be aware that you might also have to pay for the utilities like gas, power, or internet. Though if you plan on living in Peru long term, this will probably be the cheapest option. Just contact whoever is the owner and check with them and see if it can accommodate everything that you need before signing any contracts. If you're gonna stay shorter term, less than 1 month, then the hotel prices, also like the rent prices, can vary very highly. You can probably find a cheap hotel room in a not so well-known part of town for $15, $20 a night, but you can easily pay $100 or more for a nice upscale hotel in a nice area of Miraflores and Lima. So it kind of just depends on what your budget range is. Keep in mind that the location and the city are the biggest factors here. So the most well-known and safest areas of Lima are going to be the most expensive. But there's many neighborhoods right around those well-known areas like Miraflores that are still reasonably safe, comfortable, and you can get significantly better deals. Next, I'm going to talk about groceries. So we usually eat pretty affordably. We don't buy like super crazy upscale or the top-notch products all the time. But we do a lot of cooking at home, and for Shaylin and I, we usually spend between 100 to 150 USD per week for both of us for the groceries. For one person, this could be as low as $50 to $75 a week if you're doing a lot of cooking at home and not buying only the most expensive products. We don't exactly budget super heavily either, so this is still with getting like some treats or some snacks or maybe some things that are more luxury or upscale items that's not the budget for just rice and beans every day. If you are just trying to lower your budget for food as much as possible and just eat rice and beans and plain chicken breast every day, for a single person you can probably get as low as $40 a week. Next category I want to talk about is fun. So there's a lot of different things you can do in Peru. There's cool tours, cool cities, there's restaurants to go out to, there's malls to hang out in, there's quite a bit to do if you want to. A nice bottle of wine in Peru should cost you, I don't know, maybe $15. A really nice bottle, maybe $25, and you can get a decent bottle of wine for as cheap as $5 to $10 here in Peru. So that's pretty affordable. As far as if you drink something else, you can get pretty good liquors for similar low prices, and beer, you can get a couple liters of beer for maybe $3-4. That's for 2 liters. If you go to the movies for 2 people, expect to pay maybe $20. That's including some snacks and drinks. There's quite a few restaurants. Lima, especially, and Peru overall, is known for having a really good food culture, so there's some really good stuff, especially ceviche. If you haven't tried ceviche before, the ceviche in Peru is spectacular, and don't miss out on ceviche if you're coming to Peru. For eating out, per person at a medium scale restaurant, you could expect to pay maybe $10 to $15 a plate. Usually when Shaylin and I go out to eat, we spend maybe $25 to $30 for the both of us, including maybe a drink or two and both the plates. You can definitely get more expensive than this if you're going to an extremely fancy restaurant in a well-known part of town, and you can get a lot cheaper than this as well. For example, there is something that is called menu, which is just kind of the local specials where a lot of the locals eat at small corner restaurants. Usually they will have 2 options, 2 categories with a few options each, like an appetizer and an entree. And you can get a fresh seafood, ceviche, and fried fish dish for like $5 to $6. There's a short about this on our channel that I'll also put a link to in the description if you want to see exactly what that looks like. So fun can be pretty cheap, but be aware if you're going to go to a nice bar or a club in the nice part of town, drinks can get pretty expensive. Maybe $5, $6, $7 per drink. Be aware of that, and don't expect the really nice areas to be extremely cheap. Clothing can be pretty affordable too. This will vary highly depending on where you go. If you go to some place like Larcomar, which is probably the most well-known mall here in Peru, which is a coastal mall in Lima, it's a really nice place, and I recommend checking it out, but the stores there are going to be pretty expensive, though still cheaper than Europe or the United States. If you go to some of the local bazaars or the large complexes that are just full of kind of little kiosks and stalls, you can get clothes for extremely cheap. For example, these joggers that I'm wearing right now is a pair of pants I think we got for $9. You could get a jacket like this for maybe $15 to $20 depending on where you buy it from. Overall, I would say that fun can be very affordable or very expensive in Peru depending on your tastes. Alright, Peru on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to the rest of Latin America. We will give Peru a 7.5 on the affordability scale. It is definitely pretty affordable. Not the most affordable country in Latin America, but as of 2024, it is definitely a cheap and affordable destination for any travelers. If you're a digital nomad, Peru should be totally cost effective for you. It would be easy to live off of $1,000 to $1,500 a month for an individual. Single person, maybe $1,500 to $2,500 a month for 2 people, including rent, fun, eating out, and everything. Good stuff. If you have any other questions or comments, or if you disagree with anything that I've said, be sure to put it in the comments below. If you got anything out of this video, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.